this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Pol Show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand.
Better version of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, wasn't Taylor Swift who said that for the first time. I thought it was. I got that wrong.
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. Listen to the Nick, Dick, and Pol Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Daniel Alarcon, and this is my friend who's much more famous than I am.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel.
On our podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On a recent episode of the podcast Money and Wealth with John Hope Bryant, I sit down with Tiffany the Budgetnista Aliche to talk about what it really takes to take control of your money.
What would that look like in our families if everyone was able to pass on wealth to the people when they're no longer here?
We break down budgeting, financial discipline, and how to build real wealth, starting with the mindset shifts too many of us were never, ever taught. If you've ever felt you didn't get the memo on money, this conversation is for you to hear more. Listen to Money and Wealth with John Hope Bryant from the Black Effect Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
All right, nephew, thank you. Subject, she may have changed too much for me. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm a 59-year-old single man, and I've been divorced for 2 months. As soon as the divorce was final, I called my ex-girlfriend to tell her that it was cool to call me again. I told her all about the drama with my divorce, and she told me that she's been focusing on herself and hasn't been dating. She got a divorce 2 years ago, so she was excited by the possibility of us getting back together. She lives about 2 hours away, so I was eager to see her. She explained to me how she's not the woman I used to know. She told me she's on a health kick and she enjoys yoga and hiking. I can't imagine this woman working out or going for long walks, but I was interested to see how I could fit into her new lifestyle. I would love to be more athletic since I'm getting an old man body from the stress and bad eating after my divorce, so I went to visit her as a surprise. The old Trina that I knew loved surprises, but she was not happy when I told her I was in her city. She made me wait until the next day to see her. When we met for breakfast, she was unrecognizable. She had been on a weight loss medicine and she wears her hair in a short curly afro type of style. My heart sank because I love big girls, not necessarily fat, but full-figured women. She lost a lot of weight and her personality. All she talked about was counting carbs and working out and buying clothes and showing off her new body. I'm happy for her, but she is so different. She also didn't want to have reunion sex, which is also not like the Trina I know. She wants us to get back together, but she's changed too much for me. Should I keep an open mind? Should you keep an open mind, you ask? No, because she's really not what you want anymore. I mean, really though, I just think you're trying to get over your recent divorce. She's changed too much for you, and you don't like or appreciate where she is in her life right now. I mean, just admit it. You said you're happy for her, but it kind of doesn't sound like it, okay? This health kick, you call it, which includes yoga and hiking. I don't know what went on when you guys were together, but you said you can't imagine her working out or going for long walks. You also said you would love to be more athletic. You're getting a dad body now. Plus, you said you love big girls, and she's lost so much weight, she was unrecognizable to you. You had all these expectations of her in your head, but none of them panned out. She made you wait. You didn't like that. You couldn't surprise her. No reunion sex. You didn't like that. You didn't like her hair. You don't like her conversation. All she talked about was herself. She already told you she's not the woman she used to be. And I gotta ask you, are you sure she said she wants you back? Because this is not a match. So again, no, I don't think you should keep an open mind. You're stuck in the past, and I don't think you guys would be good together right now. Steve?
This letter is about a fat man that has to finally face it. Sorry.
Are you?
I'm just the person you should have wrote, though. Thank you so much for writing. The letter opens was, she may have changed too much for me. Dear Steve and Shirley, right up and see, I know all of what he going through. Mm-hmm. The divorce, all that. I'm here for you, man. So now let's go. I'm a 59-year-old single man, and I've been divorced for 2 months. As soon as divorce was final, I called my ex-girlfriend to tell her it was cool to call me again. Right here. This is a letter. He gets divorced, and after 2 months, soon as the divorce was final, I called my ex-girlfriend to tell her it was cool to call me again. You know why? Because anybody else wanted. That's the last time he remembered anybody wanting him, was his ex-girlfriend. That's the last time. He ain't got no new prospects on the horizon while he was married or nothing. You know why? Y'all need to know that. And for anybody that's thinking about calling and writing in, talking about I'm shaming, save your breath. Save your breath.
You don't think so?
I'm just responding to the letter from the fat man. Well, when he called his ex, told her all about the drama he had with his divorce, she told me, in essence, well, I'm different. I've been focusing on myself, you know, and that she ain't been dating. She got a divorce 2 years ago. Now when she got divorced, she ain't call you, cause she remember what you was when y'all was dating. And as you look into the letter, there's a reason why she didn't call you. She lives about 2 hours away, so I was eager to go see her. People always eager. Always. To do something they ain't got, and that's usually to go get something to eat. And he don't mind driving because he get to sit down the whole time. Driving is not hard. It's not.
All right. Enough of the stuff. Move on.
No, Shirley, you don't tell me what to do.
Move on.
No.
You are fat shaming. Move on.
You have to read these letters the right way. See, it explains why he's typing like this.
Like what?
She explained to me that she's now not the woman I used to know. She's setting him up for the reason why she ain't called him, and she been divorced for 2 years. We come back, I'm going to tell you what it is, because she's on the health kick.
Yeah, we'll have part 2 of your response.
We're going to find out what that is when we come back.
3 minutes after the hour. The subject is, she may have changed too much for me. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That is the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world, I'll be speaking with writers, researchers, and other health and fitness experts, and more, to look past the impractical and way too complex pseudoscience that dominates the wellness industry.
We really believe that seed oils were inherently inflammatory. We got it wrong.
Many of the problems that we are freaked out about in the world are the result of stress.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO%, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. You might have seen the skits, the reactions, my journey from basketball to college football, or my career in sports media. Well, somewhere along the way, this platform became bigger than I ever imagined. And now I'm bringing all of that excitement to my brand new podcast, The Clifford Show. This is a place for raw, unfiltered conversations with some of your favorite athletes, creators, and voices that not only deserve to be heard, but celebrated. One week, I'll take you behind the scenes of the biggest moments in sports and entertainment. And the next, we'll talk about life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show isn't just a podcast. It's a space for honest conversations, stories that don't always get told, and for people who are chasing something bigger. So, if you've ever supported me, or you're just chasing down a dream, this is right where you need to be. Listen to The Clifford Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And for more behind the scenes, follow @Clifford and at TikTok Podcast Network on TikTok.
Do you remember when Diana Ross double-tapped Lil' Kim's boobs at the VMAs? Or when Kanye said that George Bush didn't like black people? I know what you're thinking. What the hell does George Bush got to do with Lil' Kim? Yeah. Well, you can find out on the Look Back at It podcast. I'm Sam J.
And I'm Alex English.
Each episode, we pick a year, unpack what went down, and try to make sense of how we survived it.
Including a recent episode with Mark Lamont Hill, waxing all about crack in the 80s.
To be clear, 84 is big to me, not just because of crack. I'm down to talk about crack all day, but but just so y'all know.
I mean, at this point, Mark, this is the second episode where we've discussed crack, so I'm starting to see that there's a through line.
We also have AIDS on the table right now, so...
Thank you for finishing that sentence. And yes, I don't think there's a more important year for black people.
Really?
Yeah, for me, it's one of the most important years for black people in American history.
Listen to Look Back at It on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I feel like it was a little bit unbelievable until I really started making money.
It's Financial Literacy Month, and the podcast Eating While Broke is bringing real conversations about money, growth, and building your future. This month, hear from top streamer Zoe Spencer and venture capitalist Lakeisha Landrum-Pierre as they share their journeys from starting out to leveling up.
If I'm outside with my parents and then see all these people come up to me for pictures, it's like, what? Today now, obviously, it's like 100%. They believe everything. But at first, it was just like, you got to go get a real job.
There's an economic component to communities thriving. If there's not enough money and entrepreneurship happening in communities, they fail. And what I mean by fail is they don't have money to pay for food. They cannot feed their kids. They do not have homes. Communities don't work unless there's money flowing through them.
Listen to Eating While Broke from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Think about the people who mean the most to you. Giving them valuable protection is a great gift you can offer, and Globe Life Insurance can make it easy. With Globe Life coverage, there's no medical exam, just a simple application. Take this step for the people you love. Call Globe Life at 1-800-251-5400 or visit globeliferadio.com. That's 1-800-251-5400 or globeliferadio.com. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject: she may have changed too much for me.
Folks, let me preempt this with a little disclaimer. This letter is not about fat people. This letter is about this man that wrote this letter. Okay? So I'm just talking about him. If you sitting over there and you dealing with some issues, I'm not talking to you. I got some issues going on myself with my weight. But I'm talking about Fat Boy here. And I'm doing it with no apologies. Let us begin. He's 59 years old. He'd been divorced for 2 months. As soon as he got divorced, he called his ex-girlfriend to let her know that it was cool for her to call him now. She'd been divorced for 2 years, and she has not called him in the time she's been divorced. Well, let's find out why. She told me that she's been focusing on herself, and she ain't been dating. A couple of years ago, she got a divorce, and I was excited about the possibility of us getting back together. Oh, okay. Are you now? Well, pump your brakes, boy, because we got to read the rest of this letter first. She explained to me over the phone. She said, hey, listen to me. I'm not the woman you used to know.
You don't know that to be the case. Stop it.
I just gave it to her. A lot of people don't put stuff in the letter that I know, and I know he had a nickname. Anyway, she's on a health kick now, and she enjoys yoga and hiking. Let me tell you why men don't like yoga. Too much bending over. And when you have that stomach on you and you bend over, you want to throw up. So yoga is not for him. And hiking, ain't no way and it ain't paved either. You know, and then your ankle, you got to have ankle stability when you go hiking because you stepping on rocks and in crevices and stuff. And you can't be a fat man and let that ankle go one way and that body is over there on that other side. You finna go down that hill, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. We don't go hiking. I can't imagine this woman working out or going on long walks. Let's translate that. I can't imagine myself going for a long walk or working out. I would love to be more athletic since I'm getting an old man body from the stress and bad eating after my divorce. Wait a minute, hold up, dog. You said you developing a man body at 59. Listen to the letter. Well, I'm telling you what he wrote. From the stress and bad eating after my divorce. He only been divorced 2 months. You been had this old man body. Don't put this on the divorce. This is one of the reasons you getting divorced. You ain't put that in there. See, you ain't getting a divorce because you cheated on this woman. That ain't what this is for. She got tired of you. It's hard to lay in the bed with a fat dude because when he lay on the mattress, it rolls you to the middle and it's hot. And you automatically get pulled into the middle of the mattress.
Will you stop it?
Yeah, because the end of that mattress go up on one side. The little lady anyway.
Thank you.
What's happening. So I went to visit her as a surprise. The old Trina that I know loves surprise. Well, she done told you she ain't the same no more. But she know you were. But she was not happy when I told her I was in her city. What? That's cause Trina got some activity going on in her city, man. You just can't roll up on Trina. Trina busy now. Trina done changed. But you don't know we changed in this letter until the next few lines. But Trina done changed. She done told you she into yoga and long walks. Trina done got snatched. Trina up in here so fine. Woo! Trina got him on her. Yeah. On her. What's up, Trina? Trina had to get another phone. Trina busy, man. She made me wait until the next day to see her. When we met for breakfast. See, there's another thing. They always got to go somewhere and eat. They ain't meet at the coffee shop. No, he got to be somewhere that got full breakfast. And he wasn't at the Chili's full breakfast, 2 for $30.
What?
He was at Waffle House on the Tuesday. At $4.99, all you can eat. And he's sitting in there with 4. She was unrecognizable. She had been on a weight loss medicine, and she wears her hair in a short, curly afro for style. My heart sank, because I love big girls, because you got to match up. Big men like big women. Not necessarily fat, but full-figure women. Well,
here we go again.
Anyway, she lost a lot of weight and her personality. No, I think she found herself. All she talked about was counting carbs and working out and buying clothes and showing off her new body. That's why Trina didn't want you to come to town, because a lot of people like Trina's new body. Trina up in here killing the game. Trina killing the game. She also didn't want to have reunion sex. Not with your behind. Boy, a woman don't get in shape to go find fat people.
Right. Post your comments.
Who told you this? She wants us to get back together, but she's changed too much. She ain't said nothing about getting back together with you. She just told you she didn't want to have reunion sex. Right. She don't have no kind of sex. So I keep an open mind. You should keep your refrigerator open like you always been doing. You keep your Albert's gift card open. Keep your Kroger points up high.
Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook.
Quit getting mad at Costco because they rotisserie and all the chicken. Everybody don't have fried chicken. Go to Publix.
And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeart radio app. Free never sounded so good. You can download it today. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Pole Show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand.
Better version of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yes. Yeah. Which, by the way, wasn't Taylor Swift who said that for the first time. I thought it was. I got that wrong.
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. Listen to the Nick, Dick, and Pole Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, and this is my friend who's much more famous than I am.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel.
On our podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcón and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Edwin Castro, also known as Castro 1021.
And I'm Conky, his best friend and business manager.
And we've got a new show called The 1021 Podcast. I'm taking you behind the scenes on how I became one of Twitch's most popular streamers. We also love sports. And with the World Cup right around the corner, we'll be breaking down the biggest storylines ahead of the big tournament here in the USA. Listen to The 1021 Podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.